Yes, TV. Well, this is the first time we're seeing in the month of October, so happy new month to you all. My name is Chidima Oranwa. It's a brand new week and you're welcome to the first week in the month of October 2022. All right, so quickly this morning we are going to kickstart the show with the stories making the headlines on ABS website and also the national dailies. And we have reviewers with us in the studio this morning who will help us to talk about some of the topics or headlines on the papers. You get to meet them after this short break. Stay with us. You're welcome back with us in the studio this morning to talk on stories trending on ABS website and national dailies are Sir Jerry Obodo. Sir Jerry Obodo is a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Sir Jerry. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Chidima. Nigerians, number happy independence.
Of course, we are still basking in the euphoria of the Independence Day. And we still have with us this morning Izuchukwu Ejikeme. Izuchukwu is also a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Izuchukwu.
Thank you, Madam Chidema. Good morning, Anambrarians. Good morning, Nigerians. Happy Independence once again.
All right, quickly, let's start the show this morning with the stories making the headlines on ABS website. The first story we have this morning, Anambra government distribute coconut oil palm seedlings to schools, institutions. Flood claims life submerges more communities in Anambra. NAD AGM, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital's GMD, Akabuike urges doctors to shun industrial actions. Anambra State government commences intervention on Mpo Umoji Road. All right, these are the stories on ABS website. Let's start with you this morning, Sir Jerry Obodo. You've seen what we have on the website this morning.
Yes. Let me take on flood claims life submerges more communities in Anambra State. Yeah, this is a very terrible and unfortunate situation that we have found ourselves. It has claimed life of one Mr. Gene Kaunwa and has thrown away about 600 and something thousand people, making them homeless. They are now in ID camps. This is a perennial problem, and they say our neighboring countries release their waters. This causes problem. The question is there no way this could be, checked or caught? Now, the government that has a thinking cap will not allow this kind of thing to be happening annually. What's the way out of this? So many lives are lost. So many properties are not quantifiable, and the houses and everything every year. Is there no way the federal government can dredge the rivers? Because the rivers are becoming shallow for obvious reasons because of climatic problems. Can they dredge the rivers so that if they release the water, it could be contained, so that this havoc will not be done? Two, the people living in those prone areas, is there no way they can relocate? If they are incapacitated for economic problems, is there no way the government can assist to relocate them? I know, in an advanced climate, if some, disasters happen, they look for a safer ground and build houses for them and relocate them.
Okay, you're talking about relocating them permanently, not
Yes.
just when the flood comes.
Temporary, the IDPs.
Okay.
Because this is a perennial problem. If the water, stops or recedes, they go back, start building. Next year, the thing, catches them and destroys everything and we kill people. So I am of the opinion, in my own thinking cap, that the government should find a permanent solution. One is dredge the rivers so that it can contain the waters when it is released. They relocate these people from that area where this flooding is prone to. So that's what I want to say.
All right. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, just to let you know that you can actually be part of this program if you want to contribute towards the stories or the headlines this morning. All you need to do is just to call the number that is displayed in front of your TV set this morning. Hello, good morning. All right, over to you, Izuchukwu.
Thank you once again. I would like to contribute in Anambra State Government Community's intervention on Mpo Umoji Road.
Okay.
Before His Excellency Mr. Governor came into power, the roads in Anambra State are in shambles. They are nightmares. One cannot comfortably move to Anambra North. One cannot comfortably move to some parts of Anambra South due to bad road network. But I really must commend Mr. Governor, His Excellency Prof. Charles Kumar Soludo, who has taken it as his priority. Not only Mpo Umoji Road, when you get to Ndemile South, Milijon, when you get to Awka North, when you get to Ibuku Road, one can really attest that His Excellency Mr. Governor, is really working. And not even constructing the roads. Maintenance matters a lot. Because after construction, you find out that never any on coast where the uzo maybe if I make 50,000 waiting we're patching that, they will just leave it so it will escalate, thereby cutting the economic activities of the town or the zone. So I must really commend Mr. Governor, and I think that this time we have witnessed indeed good governance, and also appreciate the Ministry of Works, because I have taken my time now. I've gone there as the Director for Project Monitoring and Implementation under Youth Council of Anambra State. I've gone to these areas and I've seen what Mr. Governor is up to. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that submission. Quickly, let's go over to the first paper this morning, and that is the Sun newspaper. Well, the banner headline there: as moves against Adamu Thiken, cracks in APC dipping. More Christian leaders snub presidential campaign. PCC dares National Working Committee issues appointment letters to members. Nigeria at war, says Adeboye. Don't allow corrupt politicians, mediocrity, lead anymore. PFN tells Nigerians. CBN spent a 2.6 trillion naira intervention fund on 3 sectors. NPA concludes concession agreement, seeks federal government approval. 2023 elections, police train pilots, aircraft engineers for aerial surveillance. CCB commissioners petition Senate, accuse chairman of blocking corruption probe. And then IPOB suspend seated him order as Kano appears in court tomorrow. Labour appeals to probe referendum group against interfering in 2023 census. And down there we can see FINA wins a Big Brother Niger's 100 million naira grand prize. All right, these are more and more other stories we have in front of the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. So Jerry, we will start with the big story there, talking about cracks deepening in APC.
Yeah, like I said in other fora, the crisis or cracks is expected, and we know that if justice and fair play is not done, in one way or the other, a lot of karma may come in. Why do I say so? I say so because all the geographical zones in the country have tested the presidency, remaining the southeast. The north has done it, we're not counting the military. The Yaradua and now Buhari, President Buhari. Then coming to the southwest, he has gone there through President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Mwada Tekin.
Ademuma.
Ikana mekene ndeke na na studio at no October ya machala nchani na mana Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. Well done.
Ambassador Lerita. Boko chukwa bazo. Ando akwareza.
Adema. No.
Onwere okwu akọpụtala na son nke na-ekwu na PFN na-ekwu okwu maka 2023 election. Okwu ha na-ekwukwa n'ihe based on their own capacity, because the group of people are saying about 2023 that people should vote wisely. Yes, we are going to vote wisely, but our problem will start from the INEC. The INEC, INEC of Nigeria should give us a credible election, so that on that day of the election, INEC should not bring logistics, because all the one they did that we are suffering today, insecurity here and there, hunger here and there, is the 2019 election. They said that logistics, they postponed the election on that day. So INEC that February 23rd, a logistic for that. Let us shift election for another 2 weeks or 1 week.
All right.
INEC, and after doing that election, they should give us the winner without delay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Tochukwu Abazo from Diopalese. All right, continue, Sir Jerry.
So I've mentioned the other, then the southwest got theirs through Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Then even the then minority zone got theirs, that is south-south, courtesy of the arrangement of Mr. President, the former President Obasanjo, and Goodluck Jonathan became the vice to Yaradua. And eventually, when he was not there, Jonathan became the president. So the South got theirs. Now, when it is now turn for the remaining zone, which is southeast, to get their own, we, said that let all the parties bring candidates from the southeast. You could recall that, when Obasanjo became the president, there was no other zone that, threw up candidates. It was only southwest, that is former president and one other guy, Olufalaye, that contested. So now that it was the turn of the southeast, they threw it open. Even the PDP threw it open. Why? This is unfair and unjust.
Right.
And the thing is, the crisis is what is good, but it's a law of karma. And I pray that that will snowball into the election, so that next time they will know that to deny people of their own faith. And of course, we've moved on. We have the Labour Party. That's where we're going.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and your location.
From Yolanda government.
All right, go ahead, Christian.
Ihe unu na-ekwu ebe ahụ bụ ihe masịrị m
Odima.
because gọọmenti achọghị inyere anyị nwapụ ndị ogbenye. Ọ bụrụ na nnukwu mmiri ka anaghị emuru mmiri ahụ mee ya ka na-aga na ya adịghị hụrụ ụdị problem anyị na-enwe.
Odima.
Ihe dị n'ime ya bụ anyị na-ayọkwa gọọmenti ahụ federal gọọmenti ka ha nwa leba anya n'ime ya. Ibu na Benue steeti ebe anyị nọ na Benue steeti iti na-enye nsogbu siriọsiri mmiri na-ebu ụlọ ndị mmadụ na-emebisi ihe ibu na-egbu ndị mmadụ. So gọọmenti biko anyị na-ayọ ụlọ ka ụlọ gbata ọsọ enyemaka dịka ọgbarụ lokal gọọmenti kịta ma mgbada Anambra niile ahụ ha niile Rivanaja ahụ ha niile ezigo. So anyị niziri ka gọọmenti bịa ọ bụrụ na ya akọcha ya ha kọcha ya.
All right.
Ha kọcha ya so that ka anyị nwa mmiri ahụ esi dị na-enye nsogbu.
Dalurin Christian. Let's see what we have in the Nation newspaper this morning. The big story in front of the Nation newspaper. PDP Board of Trustees may ask you to resign over crisis. I was a riders there. Party leaders to meet Wike in Port Harcourt tomorrow. Autumn Ibazu Ugwani Makinde brainstorm in Enugu. Emergency neck meeting underway in Abuja. Ohaneze to Southeast, don't take Atiku seriously. Federal government to develop 66,761 water schemes. Minister bill not political. Gunmen abduct Kwara Monarch, wife and driver, okay? Fina wins Big Brother Niger 100 million naira prize. And then down there we can see the picture of Tinubu on a exercising bicycle. He's saying, I'm hale and hearty, says Tinubu, APC candidate ready to serve. Obey court order, government tells ASU. Now, over to you, Zichukwu.
Okay, I think I need to start with Ohaneze to Southeast. Don't take Atiku seriously. You know, I must really commend Ohaneze Ndiwo for this great step and giant step. You know, no Igbo man in his or her right senses will take Atiku serious. Yes. I know what I'm saying. No Igbo man in his or her right senses will take Atiku seriously. Because what is good is good. What is transparent is transparent. I believe in equity. We all believe in equity. The North has done their own path. Yes, Atiku is so ambitious. He has so many things to offer Nigerians. But we cannot keep deceiving ourselves. We need to retrace our steps. So I really commend Ohaneze Ndigbo for this giant step. And also, with the charge of Ohaneze Ndigbo, you know, encouraging the Igbos not to take Atiku seriously is good. But if they are serious and really know what they are doing, let them call His Excellency Peter Obi and endorse him officially. So we know their step, their stand. Because you cannot be telling people that don't vote for this person. So where is your stand? Up to now, we don't know their stand. So they need to tell us where they are, where they stand, and what they're up to.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Please reduce the volume on your TV set. Are you there? All right, you need to call us back. Let's quickly go over to the Punch newspaper this morning. PDP crisis, aggrieved governors meet in Enugu, plot Ayu's removal. And then Wike Makinde, Autumn, others review articles conditions. Ayu cannot resign until next year, Senator insists. PDP, not Ayu, paid National Working Committee members housing allowance aid. Okay, and then up there we can see 3.92 trillion naira fuel subsidy topples defense, health, education budgets. Strike. Reps meet Buhari Tuesday. Federal government wants ASU. And then we have down there anger as over 120 fans die in Indonesian stadium tragedy. Federal government fines oil firms 127 billion naira for gas flaring. A Kwara doctor kills girlfriend, housewife buries corpses in office. Pay our salaries, doctors tackle Imo, Ondo, and Ekiti. Adeboye plans national prayer and fasting, says nation troubled. So Jerry, PDP crisis. Let's start from there.
Can we go back? I've already mentioned that I'm not surprised that such is happening, and what they paid for is what they are getting. They did not give fair play, justice to where it is necessary. They've, with the enormous support, 100% support, the Southeasterners gave them in 2019 election. That's when they had the Atiku Obi candidacy or presidency. One would have not thought of anything less than just giving it out to the Southeast. But this is what we're getting. So the crisis will, like I said, will continue, and we cost them the election so that next time they will know, look, we have to be fair in what we're doing. Having said that, let me talk on the Adeboye calling for national prayer. Prayer is good, but prayer, faith without good works amounts to nothing. That's what St. Paul said. So what I mean is that all Nigerians should make sure that they have their PVC handy. Make sure you have it handy. And on the day of election, you go and vote for the credible candidate. Look, this country can be fixed. The problem is bad leadership. Let me tell you that. We have tremendous and enormous resources that can take care of everybody in this country and to make it look like a civilized and advanced country. But the thing is the leadership. Do you know how much that we get from oil? Do you know how many we get from the Ports Authority? Benin Republic is, because of the management, shrewd management of the port revenue, that is what is taking care of that country. And we, with all the oils, look at even the refineries, you can't even put refinery working, and we send crude oil abroad, refine, come here and sell at exorbitant prices. So the problem is leadership, and God is providing us alternative. You see one of the presidential candidates going around, issue-based, telling people what to do and what not to do, and the way he will fix the country. Not that he's saying it's my turn and
all right. Let's also look at that strike issue. That is ASU strike. Now, reps are going to meet Buhari on Tuesday. The federal government is warning ASU. Of course, the courts told them to go back to the classroom, and they have appealed the case. Now, we are seeing this.
Actually, my heart bleeds whenever I remember this ASU case. Wahala. I don't know if we the youths, our children, I don't know the crime we have committed, by becoming Nigerians. Because I really know that a country without quality education is like a city without a builder. ASU is not asking for much. They are not asking for much. The money they are asking for is not even up to a money that one SSA, not even a minister, is stealing. The money they are asking for is not even much. It's not even up to what an SSA, senior special assistant to the president, on blah, blah, blah. And here they are. Professors are nowhere to be found. Our education is nothing to write home about. And the federal government wants us to applaud them, for we to clap them, for them. Because I wouldn't blame them, because I will call that one, Kankaro court judgment. I wouldn't blame them, because none of their children are in Nigeria. Some of them have moved to Canadian universities, UK universities, US universities, and the children of the poor of the poorer, are here in Nigeria suffering. In the words of Mama Peace, Her Excellency, former wife of the President, Patience Jonathan, she said, there is God, oh. There is God. So I will urge ASU to remain on strike until the needful is done.
And then the students will suffer. You know where
Not
two elephants
the
are
students
fighting?
suffering. I'm one. Okay. I'm one. Currently, I'm running for educational management and policy in University, Nandesiko University, UNIZIK. I'm part of them, so I'm also a victim.
So you're supporting ASU?
I'm supporting ASU, yes.
Until their needs are met.
Yes, I'm
right.
supporting ASU.
Okay, you want to say something?
Yeah, my colleague have said it, but let me just chip in that, like I said, still, the leadership is the problem. What's the priority of the government? Is it education? Is it water? You tackle it seriously.
All right.
Which one are you doing? There's no water. Education. Nothing there.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Comrade Martin from Niger State.
All right, go ahead, comrade.
Yes, I just want to contribute to the issue of Atiku. If people are listening to his speaking, I think about 3 days ago he said when he comes in, he's coming to privatize some government companies. See what happens to PSN. They have privatized the PSN during the Jonathan and PDP government. What is coming out of it?
Can you reduce the volume on your TV set, please?
So I think you are hearing me now.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, with the privatization of PSN, many people, underage people are pushed into labor market. And when that people come, he said he's going to privatize again. What happens to many people that will be thrown out by those investors? So, like Aditya people said, well, we don't need to take, we talk about the people are told, we don't need to take our people serious. And it's coming to create a more chaos into Nigerian space. So thank you, and that's my contribution.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Then let's see what we have in front of the Guardian newspaper this morning. The banner headline, 3 trillion naira stranded overtime cargoes rot in Lagos and Onne ports. And then we have riders there. NCS yet to auction over 8,000 containers after 3 years. Scraps occupy 25% of port spaces. Customs, we are awaiting government gazette to auction cargoes, deploy scanners. Hoodlums take over ports, frustrate legitimate businesses. Government warehouse facilities run out of capacity. Nigeria losing imported cargoes to Lome. And then staff shortage faces airspace agency as over 100 controllers approach retirement. 1,432 federal government low-cost homes remain unsold in 5 states, says report. Equipment failure responsible for Bodo oil spill, says JIV report. 2023, same faith ticket not healthy for Nigerians' unity, cleric warns. And we can see a picture there of flood in Lokoja. So it's happening in almost all the states in the country right now. So then Wike allies G5 meet in Enugu on PDP Atiku. Over to you now, Izuchukwu.
Okay, let me start with hoodlums take over ports, frustrates legitimate businesses. You know, whenever I come across this kind of news, it baffles me. You know, how can a country like Nigeria be cooking this kind of story? Who are these hoodlums? Who are their sponsors? Who are the perpetrators of these evil acts? Does it mean that we don't have, the security agencies are not working? Who are we deceiving? Hoodlums take over Ports Authority. And somebody will just wake up and cook up this story and they think that Nigerians will believe. Poor leadership, poor governance. Because every port authority is expected to have both custom, both police, both army. All the security agencies are expected to be in ports authority. But today, if you go there, you might even see one of them asking you to trolley Ife. And last week I was at the airport, and one of the staffs were telling me, can't you look at the camera? The camera is, he said, no, forget about the camera is not working. That is an airport staff telling me that. So tomorrow, the hoodlums can also take over airports. Things need to be done. And untraced. Yes, because untraced, because the camera is not working. And how do they penetrate there? It is with the help of the Ports Authority. As no okay no. Okay no. While okay no lazy, na so the nangega. Because even now what can we penetrate wherever. So the government should do the network. Enough of this joke. We have joked enough.
All right. The next paper this morning is the Daily Independent newspaper with the big story there. Businesses, households panic as new interest rates regime begins. Analysts see restrained spending, investment valuations. Federal government accuses ASU of disobeying court order to reopen universities. Commissioners allege CCB chairman blocking probe of corruption cases, say he blocked investigation into 109 billion naira linked to AGF Idris. And then up there we can see housing allowance scandal, why we can't go after PDP officials. This is from EFCC. And then PDP crisis, Wike Otabakinde Bazugwai meet may back Peter Obi. All right, these and many more are what we have in front of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. So Jerry.
Let me first say something on the port. Like I mentioned before, the Benin Republic you have there is the port that takes care of their budgets. And it's because they are shrewd in the management. They know what they are in for. But Nigeria, look at so many containers, so many things uncleared, so many wastages. And even the leadership you have there are just paddy people. The president will just give one political man that has little or nothing to contribute in that field. But if he's a good leader who is shrewd and knows that this port can feed this country, he will put in a business like man who will just go there and turn things around. And you see revenue coming out from that end. So it's a question of leadership, like I keep saying. Having said that, the issue of what other one ASU is taking?
Let's look at the big story there. Businesses and households panic as new interest rate regime begins. And then we are seeing under the as rider, analysts see restrained spending, investment and stock market valuations.
Well, it's a problem that we have been thrown into. The Nigerians are groaning, economically. It boils down to who will bear the cat, the businesses suffer. Naira to dollar the difference is clear. So we're just praying that something on the positive and better happens after the 2023 election.
Hello, good morning. All right, we have two papers left, and they are This Day newspaper and the Daily Trust newspaper. So we are taking both together. The big story is still in front of This Day newspaper. Is Tinubu rose back, says he's fit and ready to serve. APC PCC holds inaugural meeting this week. For first time, Buhari excludes ex-Senate President Saraki from national honors, nominates late Abba Kyari Enahoro for posthumous award. Lawam Bajabiamila, CJN, Service Chiefs Okojo Iweala, Amina Mohammed, This Day staff, music stars among 435 orders. Presidential Council to facilitate state access to $750 million World Bank facility. And then down there we see, okay, still talking about the ASU strike. Article 2023 is choice between new direction and those who want to sustain current disaster. Now let's see what we have in front of the Daily Trust newspaper. Abduction deep by 28% in August as troops scale up operations. Borno, Kaduna leads as 859 Nigerians killed. 262 local governments in 36 states affected. Killings rise by 49% from July. What government needs to do? Security experts. And then flood kills 37, displaces 171,000 in Adamawa State. Tambuwal stops salaries of striking varsity lecturers. Police recovers women's corpses in doctor's office in Kwara. Yeah.
Okay. Let me start with this day, Article 2023 is choice between new direction and those who want to sustain current disaster. Okay. Those who want to sustain current disaster and new direction, let me just borrow the words of Buhari in 2015. He said, new change, right? Change for all Nigerians. Let me categorically state that Atiku has nothing to offer Nigerians. He has nothing. He lacks the capacity. He lacks the ability. A man who cannot even think straightforward is coming to rule Nigeria. A man who cannot even rule his family. A man who cannot even manage his businesses is coming to rule Nigeria. Nigeria is not, the Nigerian presidency is not somewhere that you just wake up and take over and, start learning leadership skills. He has enough. He's among the richest Nigerians. Why can't we go for a new direction? A new direction, creating jobs, empowering Nigerians. Yes, Nigerians' money will come. Nigerians need to laugh again. They need to smile. The old ones need something that, when they see, it will give them hope to live.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir Jerry.
Yeah, it's the same direction too. This day it says Tinubu rolls back, says he's fit and ready to serve. We have said that we need to move away from the old order, the old recycled men and women. We want to move away from those areas. The current president has always, gone for a medical trip abroad. And the same thing is happening to the Tinubu, who is campaigning to be the president of the country. We can't continue that way. We need a younger and agile person that can take over this. This country is so large for a person of the age of Tinubu. So I believe the Nigerians know that we can't continue that way. So we are moving away from the old order to new order. A change for the better, not the change which was branded in 2015, and now this is where it landed us, Nigerians.
All right, talking about bad leadership, one of the challenges we are facing now as a country is still insecurity, because the banner headline in front of the Daily Trust is talking about abductions dipping by 28% in August. And well, the troops are scaling up operation to see that it's reduced to the barest minimum. But then if you want to know more about that story, you need to get yourself a copy of the Daily Trust, because one of the writers there is saying what government needs to do. This is coming from security expert, and we can't actually read it for you right here on the show. So on that note, we want to say a very big thank you to both of you for joining us this morning on the Press Review this morning. Thank you so much, Sir Jerry Obodo, for being part of Press Review.
It is my pleasure. May peace of Jesus Christ continue to be with us, not that of man, because that of man is the peace of the grave.
Okay, thank you so much, Izuchukwu Ejikeme, for being part of the Press Review this morning.
Salutes.
Well, that's it on Press Review. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. We're going on a short break. When we come back, we'll see you at the other side. Stay with us.